And we got bananas in chat from Rod Knight UK, Grundo, Camo J123, K-Dads, Matt Ratzimat, and that's as many as I can read because the bananas are off the screen again. Wow! The old peeps are excited for another Hermitcraft stream. We got Tom, CD1, Tier 3, resubscribing for 27 months in a row. Thank you ever so much, Tom CD. Appreciate your continued support. We got Velvet Wrench as well, or Velvet Wench, resubscribing for 4 months in a row. Thank you ever so much for the wonderful support. There were some pre-stream subscriptions. Oh, it's early in the morning. It's hard to talk. Peeps, I'm going to have to tell you again and again because people will keep tuning in. I'm in the middle of recording a Hermitcraft episode and I'm just going to keep recording it. So, exclusive previews in that, you know. Even the music's gone, says Royal Stev. Is it? I can hear the music. Everything looks fine to me. Anywhoozle, pre-stream music. Ozzy Osbourne, Shot in the Dark. What a song. Love that song. Love the guitar solo in that song. It gets me so hype every time I hear it. It's a really short one as well. It always feels so short-lived. It's like, oh, it's over already. It's such an amazing solo. I love those kind of guitar solos. It's good stuff. This seems like an effective use of ice, says the actually. Oh yeah, I mean, it's just for looks. It's just a window. It's literally just a window. Have I used ice for windows yet? Yes. Yeah, we used it over there, right? And we're using it again. I love that song. My dad used to play it on road trips, says Eugene Trash. Man, listening to Ozzy Osbourne on a road trip or in the car, that sounds perfect right there on a hot summer day. I love that record. That's the Ozzy Osbourne record that I really got into. I didn't get into the other ones as much. And all the other ones I see referred to as the classics, and it was that one right there that I was just like, this is my record. What's it called again? The Ultimate Sin? Love every track on that. Cooler of Giants is another really good song. You know. We've got a noise in here from Softcore, who's resubscribed for 2 months, saying, Morning X, morning Softcore. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. I have had a wonderful start to my day because I woke up really early. I went to bed late and I woke up at 5:30 and I looked at my phone and I thought it said 6:30 and I thought, well, you know, I've got a day to do, I've got things to get on with here. I'll have a little bit of a lay-in. Laid in for about 10 minutes, got up, got on with all my things, did some yoga, got ready, all stretched out, ready for a run. And then I looked at the clock and it was 6:30 when I was leaving for a run. And I was like, what? And I couldn't believe it. I could have slept in for another hour. I could have really done with that. So, yeah, that happened. And I was like, well, that's a derp. And anyway, I went for a run and I ran a 10k. And I beat my previous 10k time by 7 minutes, which was awesome. Or actually, it was more like 6 minutes. Codemaster says, Ozzy is one of my favourite rock metal acts. I personally prefer Diary of a Madman over Ultimate Sin. But I'm not going to knock Ozzy. Well, discussing which one is your favourite wouldn't be knocking Ozzy, right? Or did I read your message wrong? Ozzy is one of my favourite acts. I don't know what you meant. So, have you heard the new Daughters album, X, says Kem. Yeah, I wrote a review about it on my blog quite a while ago. So yeah, anyway, you know, having ran that and then figured out that my treadmill tells me things in miles, not kilometers, because I'm thinking I run at like 8 kilometers an hour or whatever. It's 8 miles an hour that I run at, and I run about 6 and a bit miles each time I do that, and that takes me about 15 minutes normally. So I kind of learned that my pace is good. Right, so we are close to doing one section with that many stacks of ice. We basically need a full shulker box of ice now. Did the music stop? Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I put it on shuffle and it can stop at random on shuffle, and it's played one song and stopped. Good job, shuffle. That's what I really wanted. You know, I wanted you to shuffle through some chat. What were the odds? What were the odds of it picking nothing as the next track? I mean, there are odds. It's like, how many songs are on this playlist? It doesn't tell me that, but I'd say at least 50. Maybe 60. Cuplex says, you guys are your Imperial measurement units. Yeah. They're silly. I'll give you that. What do I need to pack away here? Just so we can stock up on... Probably just going to dump it all in a shulker box anyway, aren't I? Yeah, let's head back to base. I've only got one rocket. I left my rockets somewhere. I think I left them at my base. Oh, speaking of which, I need a rocket to get to my base. Uh-oh. That might be problematic. Do you watch stuff while getting on a treadmill? That's the only reason I can think not to go outside. Yeah, I do, but the reason I run more on the treadmill is because it's easier on your body. Like, after running today for 40 minutes, I've got like a bit of a stiff shoulder. What do they call it? Shoulder girdle. Had shoulder girdle pains. And that's quite common when you're running outside. On a treadmill, never get it. Same for my other muscles as well. Never get a sore on a treadmill. So yeah, look, it jumps me up a little bit and then it says, nope. Shoulder girdle, says Codemaster. Yeah. That's what it's called, shoulder girdle. It's where you feel like aches and pains in your... rotator cuff is sort of the same area, right? You've got that bit where your shoulder slots into your arm slots into your shoulder. You get an ache in that area. Orange Ruffy says, hey X, I'm new to the Twitch scene and I always hear you talking about music. Have you ever heard of the artist Matt Meeson? I have not heard of Matt Meeson. Is Doc's tunnel still not working, says Eugene Trash. No idea, I've got a feeling it isn't. You need to see Mumbo's bamboo farm. Mumbo hasn't built a bamboo farm. No one's built a bamboo farm yet, that's why I'm building one. You know, because if someone else had built a bamboo farm, I wouldn't have bothered. But, I've watched every single Hermit's episode from start to end. I've watched all of Impulse's, I've watched all of Doc's, I've watched all of Mumbo's. And none of them, okay, have built a bamboo farm. Yeah, look, I left it here because it had junk in, but now I need those rockets. Stop lying, chat. I'm not falling for your trolley ways, okay? No one else has built a bamboo farm on the server. No one would even think of doing that. It's so high-tech and complicated, you know? It's not like you could just, throw down a flying machine or convert a sugarcane farm into one, you know? Right, what did we come back here for? Ice? Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. We're gonna have to go mine some manually, aren't we? Let's take this ice chest and fill it up. That's what we'll do. Fill it up and I don't even remember where to get. Do you know what? My ice farm doesn't have a portal. Now that I think about it. Oh, we might end up doing some more portal-y business today, peeps. Didn't even realise it. Where's my ender chest? Left it over at the other place. Where's the ender chest that should be here? Where's my obsidian? I can't do anything. I'm useless. I left my things. Always keep an ender chest on you, peeps. Ugh. Do we have any obsidian? I'm sure I had some overflow of obsidian. Where did I put it? Oh, it must be in this one. Come on. Ah! I don't know where that extra obsidian I had was. Go to the bog hole that Mumbo made, then you will see it, says Japaka. I was there earlier today. See what? He's got a witch farm in that area, hasn't he? And we got noises in the air. Let me read them in just a second, peeps. I need to rattle my brain. I really don't think I have another stash of obsidian here. Ugh. So I can't make... I mean, I could take this with me. Oh, I guess I could do that, couldn't I? And then later on, it'll be a problem I'll solve another day, is what I'm saying. Why do I need it? To potentially... Oh, there was something I thought I would need. To get obsidian for a portal, ironically. That's what I wanted it for. I wanted to get obsidian for a portal. I have no obsidian. What do I want to do then? Do I want to mine some here? Oh, this is always a pain in the butt. This game, always a pain in the butt. This is a distraction. Yeah, no, this is a distraction. Let's keep on track with making the episode. I can make a tunnel to this ice farm another day. This is a big distraction. Right, we got a noise in the ear from Exarx. The crazy name to say. Exor. Jeez, I'm sorry I butchered your name twice. resubscribing for 13 months, saying, hey X, it's always been another great month watching you. However, due to complications, I might not be able to subscribe every month. Dude, do not worry. I appreciate your 13 months of support. You're always welcome here to keep watching. It doesn't matter about the subscription. I appreciate it ever so much, of course, but that's absolutely fine. And I hope you enjoy the stream. We've got a donation here, Noise in the Ear from Core. I believe the one that is soft, right? Why have you got to troll us like that? Troll you like what? Troll you like what? I have never ever read a comment on my videos saying, why are you doing this? So-and-so did it. I've never read one of those comments before in my life, right? You know. But I see it all the time on other people's videos, you know. They're like, why are you playing Minecraft? Why are you playing Minecraft? Asuma did that. Why are you placing blocks? Asuma did that. That's what I see all the time. All the time I see it. Right, let's go in this direction. Look, perfect. I guess that tunnel could be a double tunnel to the ice farm. Oh, this is actually to the gravel pit. The ice farm is over here, right? It's all coming back to me. It's been a while. There should be like a little ravine thing we go through. There it is. Aha! So it's kind of in line with that tunnel. That's actually really good that we found that out, because now I have a reason to connect this up properly. Cuplex says, why are you alive? I'm doing that. Stop copying me. Asuma, stop copying Cuplex. Stop breathing. Breathing was copyrighted years ago. Jeez. Zodiac Siren says X is the biggest dork. I got to love him though. I love dorky humour. I don't know why. Like a joke that isn't funny is hilarious to me. I don't have a bed. That's funny. Where's my bed? There's no ice here either, because the area hasn't been loaded. Oh, this is just a pain in the bum then, isn't it? This is just one big pain in the bum. You know, no bed, no ice. Not prepared in the slightest, am I? Oh, I guess there's a bunch of ice left in this river we could nab. Oh, and all the mobs are going to descend on me. Why don't I leave beds at locations? That's a good strategy. Just leave beds everywhere. If you go somewhere and do a project, leave the bed there. Don't bring it with you. That's some good advice. That's some good advice. I'm actually going to write that on a note because I was looking. I always want to make one of those like 100 tips in Minecraft videos, but I can't ever really like think of stuff off the top of my head. But when I'm playing the game, I always come across something that could be useful. So I write it down, and that would be useful, wouldn't it? To just leave beds. Leave them everywhere. So how long? Oh, such a productive start to this episode. Cool, thank you so much for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Oh, we also got the flying machine farm over there. We have a Singular Llama. Just one. Resubscribing for 10 months. Thank you ever so much, a Singular Llama. I appreciate your 10 months resubscription. Hope you are enjoying the Liggity live stream that we're doing to Diggity Day. Yeah, you saw what I did there. I couldn't help myself. Oh, this is silly. I got a hot cup of tea, by the way. We are 13 minutes in. I can probably start drinking it in a moment. So once we get the bed sorted out, we'll have a little drink. Thank goodness I've got these rockets sorted out, though, you know, if they will work. There'll be a bed through this portal, I believe. R.I.P. Squid Farm, says UGM Trash. Never mention the Squid Farm again. Maybe I'll have motivation to do that at some point. So are we just going to ignore Mumbo's farm, says Dimitri the Fish. What farm? Mumbo doesn't build farms in this game. He's just an explorer type who likes to run around like a headless chicken, exploring the world. You know, the bed is all the way down here as well. So we've got another noise in the ear from Core saying, no one lets me play Minecraft in my videos anymore because you're the one and only Minecraft YouTuber. Exactly. I'm the only one who makes YouTube videos about Minecraft. Anyone else is copying me. I took the bed! This is unprecedented levels of derp. Oh, I am annoyed at the immediate unproductiveness. To be fair, I thought I was taking a quick trip to grab some ice, and I wasn't, you know. Oh, but wait a minute. We can find a tree to chop down, make a crafting bench. There's a craft. I'm gonna leave this. No, I'm gonna take it with me. I'm gonna take it with me. Bam. Now we need some wood. Okay. Doing it the old way. Doing it the old way. Yeah, we all know that Joe Hills is the one who makes super bases based on simple shapes, says Dr. Anvil. Exactly. Joe Hills is known for his classic floating bases that resemble drones and coffee tables. Yeah, that Joe Hills. Mumbo likes to read poetry in his videos. So we got a noise in the ear from Wednesday Cat, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much, Wednesday Cat. I appreciate that. Why is that so gothic to me? Like, witches and cats is kind of like a bit of a gothic theme, right? Not traditional gothic, like, I don't know, 80s gothic. But also the day Wednesday. Why is that always gothic? In my mind it is. I think there's a band called Wednesday something, right? Black Wednesday? I mean, if I wanted to start a goth band, it would be called Black Wednesday. Oh. Right, now we just got to chop a tree, you know? Wednesday Addams? Ah, it's the Addams family. Right, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Everyone's saying the Addams family. Well, I never really watched or saw the Addams family. I know what it is. I've seen bits of it, but I do not recall ever watching a Addams family thing in whole, i.e. a movie or a show. I don't know if it is a movie or a show as it goes. Let's do that. I didn't need two, did I? Right, one bed, please. God, that was a pain in the bum. Oh, jeez! Stay away from me, young man. Or young, not man, young... Oh, don't fall in the ice farm! This will be tragic. I'm trying to divert my way away from that creeper. Oh, this is painful. This is painful. Come watch me record an episode of Hermitcraft. Nope, come watch me derp. Come watch me derp, bro. When will a new season start of Hermitcraft, says Nesmal Fiati? It will start when people stop asking. We've been wanting to start the new season for ages, but people keep asking for it. And you know the rule, if someone asks, we have to wait another month. So it won't start for another month. Zodiac Siren is here doing the cheers, throwing those bits. Throwing them. Throwing them mercifully. Mercifully. I don't even know that's a proper word. I'm just being a silly goose today, aren't I? Saying cheer to cheer, cheer, cheer. I'm sub to you to 2 hermits, but you are the one person who can make me glad I have insomnia. 4 AM is when you start in my time zone. You shouldn't be glad that you have insomnia, though. I know what you're saying. You got something to do while you're unable to sleep. I've never experienced insomnia myself. I also find the definition of it a little bit foggy, based on different people I've heard talk about it. Is it you can't sleep at all? Because that seems mad. Like the body, you know, won't work without sleep. How much you can be sleep deprived, I'm not sure, but you have to physically sleep at some point. So I'm guessing it's just like difficulty falling asleep we're talking about, right? It sucks, trust me, says Zodiac Siren. Oh, I'm not questioning it if it sucks or not. I imagine you suffer for it, but it's yeah, when I first learned the definition of it, I thought it meant you couldn't sleep at all. And I remember there was this old story about some German farmer who, like, apparently never sleeps. But the science of sleep shows that, like, if you are sleep deprived, it's enormously taxing on your body and your mind, and that you're basically, if someone could, like, say you're never going to sleep again, you're going to die in a week. You know, I don't know if it's a week, but it's you can't go a long time without sleep. It's very essential and very important. Thank you so much for the cheers and bits, dude. A Sale Official has subscribed with Amazon Prime. A Sale Official, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. And do you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to have a sip of tea. Okay, 18 minutes. This is going to be some good tea. It's a mix of Earl Grey and Everyday Brew. A Singular Llama says the farmer just hacked life and put in a cheat code. Someone send me that cheat code, please. Jendu says it sucks that I have to sleep at least 9 hours a day. It just feels like my day is so much shorter than other people. Yeah, but the quality of your day will be good. I get between 7.5. Well, on average, I pretty much do 7.5. Sometimes a bit more like 8. That's how much I sleep. Last night was probably more like 6.5, 7. Here's the thing. There is a fantastic podcast about sleeping. You can listen to it if you go to my website. Assumavoid. You know, slow, crisp and clear. Because someone always asks after. Assumavoid.com. There is a menu on the left side of the screen. If you click on knowledge, you will find this podcast about sleeping. And they bring on a sleep scientist who's a professional who knows what he's talking about. And the guy basically says once you have, I think it's less than around 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep, you will be affected by that lack of sleep that your body needs. Your cognitive function, your body functions will be lower than they could be with 7 to 8 hours of sleep, right? And they can measure that every single time. They can measure it in your brain and all of this. And he talks about this thing called sleep. Oh, what's the word? Machizo or mechanizo or something like that? Like being all macho about how little sleep you get. Everyone knows someone who's like, oh, 4 hours, oh, I'm up and ready to go. Like, but the act of sleeping less makes you a worse judge of realizing, you know, how you actually feel. And they can measure your vitals and see that people who are having, you know, less than between 6 and 7 hours of sleep are, you know, have reduced cognitive function, reduced physical ability because of it. So if you're getting like 9 hours and it works for you, you're probably getting everything you need, and your quality of awake time is probably going to be very good, right? I don't think you need 9 to 8 hours. Obviously, it depends person to person. They always say 8 to 7 hours seems to be the round figure that applies to most people. Who needs a good night's sleep when you have 3.5 hours and 4 shots of vodka? Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be in a great state, are you? If you've got alcohol in your body and lack of sleep. But yeah, Doomlish says, I sleep between 10 to 11 AM and 6 PM nocturnal. Oh, right, nocturnal. So, yeah, like right in the middle of the day. Crazy. Anyway, go check out the podcast. It's full of fascinating, interesting facts and information. And if you're someone who gets less than 7 hours of sleep, right, routinely, consider watching it. Maybe change your opinion on how much you're sleeping. It's worth learning about. Because there is this whole culture of, I get by on 5 hours of sleep, and it's like, yeah, but your quality of awake time won't be as optimal. See, there you go. Double Moses says, I run all right on 4 to 6 hours. So the point is, by being on 4 to 6 hours of sleep, you will not be a good judge of how you will be compared to having full amount of sleep, right? Like, you will literally be impaired because your cognitive abilities and physical ability is reduced by the lack of sleep. Sleep is there to repair the body. It's like a huge part of who we are, you know? Like, we've evolved to need this. Every 24 hours you need 8 hours of sleep, basically. That's how we work. There's this idea of like sleep is downtime, sleep is wasted time. It can feel like that, you know, 24 hours in a day, but you spend a third of them sleeping, but it's essential. It's like, I wouldn't worry about it, enjoy it. It's recharging your batteries. D-Med says, if you don't sleep 7 hours, you are mentally ill. No, you've completely misconstrued my words, possibly for a joke. That's not what I'm saying. Like when I'm saying about being like, mentally impaired, they can measure what's going on in your brain activity, and you can measure the vitals of the body. Less sleep means these things do not function as well. When I say as well, I can't remember the specifics of percentages. How much by? What are we saying? You won't be able to walk and talk? No, obviously not. But there'll be some level of impairment there, essentially. Anyway, I feel it. I'm quite sensitive to it, like, because I've always been someone who's gravitated towards the 8 hours. Whenever I get less than that, I tend to feel it. I'm pretty comfortable with like 7.5, 7, which is what I mostly do. But if I have less, like I did today, I'll feel it later on in the day. I really will today. Like in the morning, pretty good. Bit slow getting going because I'm not fully rested, but all in all, feeling alright. But later in the day, I'll tell you what, when it's like probably 7 or 8 at night, I'll start to feel it. Right, we just went on an absolute waffle. An absolute waffle about sleep. I've still got noises in me here to read. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I just go with the flow and keep talking. We got a donation here, noise in here from Core. Again, I believe the core that is soft. Core says, if you say Australia is better than England, well, I've said it now. Jeez. I'll donate $100 to a charity of your choosing. Alright, well, I said it, so you have to do that. I also have no idea what charity, so if you're actually serious, I'd say something to do. You know, I often think about global warming as being a good place to put your money. I heard this little tidbit about a financial investor who put loads of money into renewable resources, and people were like mocking him because they thought it was a bad financial decision, but he just said like, well, it's either I put my money to this and it works and it grows and I make money in return and that's fantastic, or, you know, global warming happens and there's nothing less. Like, they literally saw it as an end game. Wait, where am I going? I need to go all the way back in this direction. Yeah, they saw it as an end game. Like, if we don't invest in renewable energy resources, we are kaput. And so they saw it as a win-win. They throw all their money into renewable energy sources, and if it doesn't work out, it probably means that we're not going to work out. And if it works out, then you've made some money off the back of it. Cool, thank you again for the donation. Truly do appreciate that. Softcore in chat says, just, I don't know, your choice, because I don't really know too many charities or anything, really. So something to do with climate/environment. Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe even something like cleaning up the oceans. I don't know what companies do that. Softcore says WWF. Do you know what? I would do some research. So I've always been very skeptical of charity work and whatnot, because I know that you create a donation and you don't really understand how much of that money goes anywhere, and it's some of the biggest ones like Oxfam, where it turns out that, you know, over 50% of your donation just goes into some profiteer's pocket. And the way it works is that these people start these charitable things, they have lots of money, because when you start something you need like a big investment of money, right? So you have these big money people coming in, making investments and starting a charity, but the reality is they actually make money from the charity. They don't lose money, the money that they put in, like people do when they have a donation. Codemaster, I'll come back to your message in a second. They don't lose money, they make money, and some of these charities have been exposed for having, you know, a very small amount of impact of the money you put in. You give them a £10 donation and about one of it actually makes its way to you know, the end point of actually helping someone. Not saying that's the case of every charity. That's just why I got turned off from them. I just kind of saw it as you know, like I think we need systematic change over these kind of charities that seem to be a part of the system and kind of prey on people's goodwill, it kind of feels like to me. But anyway, since then, you know, people have shown me that there's actually organisations that go in and figure out the money flow of charities, so you can look them up and you can actually see the total amount of where your money goes. So if you went on there and looked up WWF, I don't know what would go where, but you would get an exact breakdown, and then if you compared it to another charity, it helps you find the ones where the money that you give has the most effect and actually goes to you know, the most money goes into the thing that they're trying to do, right? And as well as that, you also got to think like about effectiveness. Like, what would be the most effective thing to contribute? In my mind, it would be renewable energy and global warming and trying to undo some of the harm we're doing to our climate, as opposed to like trying to, let's say you're trying to save an extinct species by directly interacting with them, like, you know, setting up nature reserves and whatnot. It might be more effective to just curve the effect we're having on the planet as a whole, right? So each different type of idea and charity has a different impact in the world, and you have to assess that as well. So it might be that the charity that, I don't know, let's say 50% of your donation gets to has a massive impact compared to the one where 90% gets to it, but it only has a small impact. There's so many like weird factors to consider. You know, just go to Mars, says Spice. I would not want to go to Mars. I like it here on Earth. I'd rather we sort stuff out here than try and go to other planets. Matt R. Myers is here, resubscribing for 13 months. Matt R. Myers, thank you for your 13 months of support. 13 minutes ago. Appreciate your patience with me not reading the noises in the ear. Jeez, I'm terrible today. And Rustafarian. Rustafarian, thank you ever so much for your Amazon Prime subscription. I appreciate it. We also got Zodiac Siren here doing the cheers, throwing the bits, saying, I eventually pass out from sheer exhaustion, but it's very difficult for me to fall asleep and stay asleep. I'll end up only sleeping for 2 hours or so if I'm lucky. Longest run was about 3 days without sleep. I've done what doctors have told me, but it doesn't work for long at all. I'll try tea again if you have any recommendations. Yeah, I recommend a Sam, English breakfast every day, those are, and Lapsang Sao Chong, those are my favourite brews basically. Zodiac, thank you ever so much for the cheers and the bits. We also got Eloine resubscribing for 3 months saying woohoo. Eloine, thank you ever so much for your 3 months of support, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream. Zodiac, I don't know what doctors will be telling you to do, but probably things like exercise and whatnot, I guess. I don't know what they would give for sleep advice. Whenever I struggle to sleep, I always find exercise just wears you out a bit better and then fall asleep. But I'd imagine falling asleep is like a bit of a mental thing. If I look back to when I didn't sleep as easy as I do now, I'd just say it's things like stress and worry that make it difficult to go to sleep. These days, I go to sleep just like clearing my mind of thought and just feeling relaxed in my body and just nod off. If I look back on how I were a few years ago, I'll probably be worrying about this YouTube video I've got to make tomorrow, right? It's about how you think and perceive things. So maybe, like, I don't know what advice you've been given, but maybe, obviously, you've probably done some research online, looked for communities, suggestions or whatever, but have you ever taken, like, a mental approach to it, looked at it like it's a mental problem, maybe? That you've got a way of thinking and feeling about sleep that kind of locks you out from getting to it. Zodiac Siren says, stress and worry are my life. Well, there you go. I mean, we can all have stress and worries. I would suggest working on that. The thing that's really helped me get past stressing out and worrying out is things like mindfulness and things I've learned through following this meditation app. Is that a lot of the way you interact with the world is kind of like, how do you think about it, as opposed to what it is. And a lot of worry and a lot of stress is about things that haven't even happened yet, right? I said just the other day in a live stream that this thought, and it's been with me since, it's been such a liberating thought to not have expectations whenever you're going and doing something, and to just, as someone in the stream said, go with the flow, like to let whatever happens happen. And that has just, for me, just frees my mind up from worrying about anything or trying to figure out how something's going to happen or go down. It just becomes like easier to be in the moment and relax. So, P1ROBR is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. P1ROBR, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription, I appreciate that. Hope you are enjoying the stream, having a good time. Ed Network is here, saying, morning mate. Morning mate, how's it going? How's it going, Governor? Ed Network, thank you so much for the cheers and the bits. Appreciate it. It's a wonderful morning. Ha, look at this. We've run out of ice, but we have loads more. Loads more, mate. Loads more. Let's free up a little bit of space here. Don't let that fall down, you know. So, of course, says it's hard to find something regardless of climate change that wouldn't have the funds going to straight up political campaigns. Oh, interesting. Like I said, I've never looked into it myself. That was just my suggestion. I mean, pick whatever you want, dude. I thought I'd let you know some of the things that I had looked at when it came to charities, right? Like, I have this skeptical mindset about it, and then I'd sort of been informed through chat, through doing these streams, through discussing it, that there's actually like these charity rating websites where you can go get a breakdown of where your money goes to, and that's on like really good. Zodiac Siren says, honestly, ever since I started streaming, I've been a little less worried. Still stressed, but I'm considerably happier after starting Twitch and watching you. That's good to hear, Zodiac. I imagine that by streaming, if streaming the activity itself is linked to that, I imagine it's the doing something. A lot of time in life, doing things can take you out of the state of mind where instead of doing, you're worrying and you're overthinking and just kind of go into dark places in your mind, right? Like, I've always loved cleaning. I've always taken a bit of, like, pride, I guess. Don't like using that word, but it makes sense when talking about cleaning. Always taken a bit of pride in keeping, you know, my nook clean, so to speak. that sounded kind of dirty. It's not what I meant. So, like, you know, I take pride in keeping my house tidy anyway. Like, I believe in tidying up as you go, right? Tidy up after yourself and whatever. And then when it's the time of the month to go around the house and clean everything top to bottom, that's just like the most unconcerning part of my day. You're just focused on this task. And another time I get something that's similar is streaming and making videos. I just get locked into like the project that I'm working on and thinking about all the different components, and it's good to have something to just engross your mind into, right? And I think with cleaning, you don't really engross your mind, but you're just doing a simple activity and making progress through it, and yeah, it's good. Cleaning is one of the things I always put off until the last moment. Once I do it, it feels amazing, including the process, as Monkeries. Well, if you're putting off doing something that makes you feel amazing, and the process is amazing, then, you know, think about it different next time. Like, go do that amazing thing. Get on top of it. Because I would say that's a similar analogy for how I felt about exercise and running. When I started running years ago, it was always a case of, like, it was so difficult to motivate myself and go and get started, and I'd put it off a bit, and eventually I'd do it, and I'd always feel great and thankful that I did it after. And then at some point or other, I just kind of got that after feeling in front of me, because then it was like, I can't wait to feel that way. And then I'd go do the thing. And I was like, today, I had no problem getting started on my run. It was just like, because I know how I'm going to feel after it. Like, right now, my body's just humming. My legs are just softly glowing, and it all feels good, you know? I've got a noise in here from TJ Whitestar, subscribing with Amazon Prime. TJ Whitestar, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate the support. I hope you are enjoying the stream, having a good time with the stream. Can you prank Mumbo and replace his bamboo with cactus, says Regnar. Mumbo doesn't have any bamboo. We went over to his witch farm at the beginning of the stream to prank him, and yeah, we were checking out all his farm. He didn't have a bamboo farm though. That's one thing he didn't have over there. If you're having a systematic issue with starting activities, especially those that have to be completed, or even ones that you enjoy but you can't, you should look into executive dysfunction. I've never heard of that myself, so yeah, I mean, if you want to go look it up, go look it up. It sounds like it's a terminology for framing the inability to start something. I call it discipline. Like, I call it like you have to teach yourself to do the thing in your mind and not give in to that kind of lethargic, lazy thing, because that's kind of like programmed into us as humans. Like, we want to shield ourselves from danger and harm, because that's what we would have needed to have done in the jungle when the environment was much more dangerous and you were more active. But now that the roles are reversed, you have these docile kind of environments with no threats. It's just so easy to slip into being lethargic and lazy, I guess. X, he has a bamboo farm, says Snaggy. No, he doesn't. We went and checked at the beginning of this stream, because I've built a bamboo farm here, right? Obviously, if someone else had built a bamboo farm on the server, I'd have no reason to build one of my own. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. Like, why would I log in and play Minecraft? Mumbo's already doing that. It doesn't make any sense. So we went and checked, and no one else has a bamboo farm. So that's good. We got Bamper Fred here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Bamper Fred, thank you ever so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Codemaster says, and whoosh, this chat is amazing. Isn't it just? This is the best chat ever right here. Codemaster, do you want to re-ask your question from earlier? I didn't get to read it, but I saw a bit of it. Not to give in to the temptations of procrastination, says Drafulia. Yeah, that's what you want to be disciplined at. Whenever that procrastination comes along, you just got to ease it out. Get rid of it. You should check again, says Gabo Verster. What do you mean I should check again? We looked through every nook and cranny of that area, and we couldn't find a single thing. Okay, I landed. Ow! My shins, my shins, my shins. You should check under his witch farm. Yeah, we looked under it as well. Tonk says, Hermitcraft, episode 99, Industrial Bamboo Farm. That's not a real video. That's a figment of your imagination, young man. Jeez. Impulse has a bamboo farm. No, he doesn't. Impulse didn't convert a sugarcane farm into a bamboo farm. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? Check under the bedrock, says Volt Plays. I looked under the bedrock as well. There was all kinds of things down there, but I didn't see a bamboo farm. Chat's moving a little bit too fast for me to read the big messages right now. Some people in chat seem agitated. I don't know what on earth could agitate them right now. Tom says I'm getting a little bit bamboozled. Oh, I think we all are. Chat's going mad. Basically, it was what do you think of Korn, and if you haven't listened to them, I recommend the self-titled because it's one of the best examples of nu metal, which unfortunately gets a bad rep from the other bands. It stems from grunge, more heavily leans to metal. Dude, not only have I heard every single Korn album, although they did release some smelly ones after Head left, they're one of my favourite bands ever, and they have such an amazing sound, and I know all about their nu metal boom with their self-titled debut album in 1994. That was huge. That was a huge record. That was just like a different sound coming out from nowhere. I watched so many documentaries about like music, and Korn are one of those really fascinating ones to learn about. It was just the other day that I was watching a video on this guy's channel. He's like a hardcore guy, and he was talking about all the different death metal scenes and what killed death metal, which I thought was interesting. And then it had this video about nu metal and Korn, and that was fantastic. Really good journalism. Yeah, if you like Korn and like hearing about that stuff. It's a shame I can't remember the name of the channel. I remember that the thumbnails had kind of like bright neon colours, like neon pinks and neon greens in them. And it was like some hardcore dude who I think was in his like 40s and was pretty damn knowledgeable. Yeah, really good videos about like Korn and nu metal and whatnot. We got noises in the ear from Pixel Void Live. Resubscribe for 4 months. Pixel Void Live, thank you ever so much for your 4 months of support. I appreciate it. We also got Cleo81 doing cheers, throwing bits, saying, have you check out Twitch Sings? I think you'd really enjoy the game. Twitch Sings, I've not ever heard of that, but it sounds like a thing where Twitch sings things together. I'll write it down and we'll check it out after the stream. I'll check it out even. The punk rock MBA may be the one. What killed death metal, says Thamso. Yeah, that's the guy. The punk rock MBA. That really sounds like it. Codemaster in chat. You may be now my favourite hermit. Yeah, knowing people's musical tastes, if you're passionate about it, always sways you towards them, right? Doc's another hermit who loves metal and grunge, especially grunge. His whole thing, you know, he grew up with like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and all that kind of happened right in front of him. It was a very cool part of music. I got the nu metal Limp Bizkit part of MTV, which do you know what? It's not as bad as people like say it is, but nu metal had a lot of trash that came along with it. It also like birthed a great group of bands that's still massive today. We got noises in the ear from Zegway Bosso3, subscribe with Amazon Prime, and Derpy is best pony cause cute. Wow, that's a crazy username right there. Resubscribe for 3 months, saying thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for supporting me, I appreciate it. I'm happy to turn up here and stream for you. Also, Cleo, thank you again for the cheers and the bits. Why does ice always look so strange in the inventory hand? It's probably because of the overlapping transparencies. It makes the shape look a bit funky when you go over lines and edges. That'd be my guess. Wait a second, do you record at the same time you're live streaming, says the Cactus Monkey? I do now. I mean, I just... Okay, so what are we at? Whoa, 1,400 peeps tuning in today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. You know what I'm going to say? Be sure to hit that follow button if you ain't done so already. Get notified of when I stream here on Twitch. We are doing regular Hermitcraft streams lately. I've been really invested in 1.14. It's like a breath of fresh air. I've been loving it. Doomlish is here. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Doomlish, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate it. Today, my friends, what we're doing is actually recording an episode of Hermitcraft while I'm streaming. But as you'll see, I'm out of ice. Ah, nuts. I've got to go get more ice. Well, I was about to say we'll be recording in a second, but we won't yet. We've got to get all the way up to there. You can kind of get a feel for how long it can take to do the in-between stuff for episodes, right? Here I am. Oh, wow. That looks interesting. Making a new tower, and... You know, I might have done this offline. Look, 46 minutes, and we've, you know, haven't even recorded a clip. And the clip is basically going to be like, look at all that ice. See you later. Oh. I think we turn right. Yes. Ugh. 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 Sound effects. Okay, that helps me fly. It really does. If I didn't make those noises, I don't know how on earth I'd fly. Ah! Almost hit my head. And somewhere on our right we should see an opening. Yeah, it's just up ahead. We've got another noise in here from CMXT, subscribing with Amazon Prime. CMXT, thank you for your Prime subscription. Truly do appreciate it. Also, thanks to all the peeps hitting follow. I can hear those follow noises going off as well. They're a little bit quieter, aren't they? Oh, ayo. That was too much fun. Too much fun. Where's the ice? Where's the ice, bruv? Let's go get some ice. YouTube Trash says your sound effects are glorious. I'm glad you think so. Tuxiban says Limp Bizkit were great in the day. I remember Chocolate Starfish being very fresh and different. Yeah, well, they were on the cutting edge of their own kind of breed of rap metal, right? Like, there weren't a lot quite like them, and there hasn't really been since, in my mind. Although, do you know what's really interesting? There's a lot of like hip hop and metal fusion going on at the moment. More so on the hip hop side, which is really weird. Like all the trap artists, I think they actually call it trap metal. I like doing really aggressive screaming style rap, and bands like Horror, and there's a few others as well, like bringing together metal and hip hop, because metal and hip hop have like often been quite polarizing opposites in terms of fandom, which sucks because I love both of them. I don't like the way that they always seem to be the metal fans don't like hip hop, the hip hop fans don't like metal. It sucks. And yeah, like the 90s, the new metal boom was like this rare moment where the two genres just kind of like came across each other and did things together, and that was awesome. Loved it. If you're a fan of both genres, Cypress Hill's Skull and Bones records, the second CD, is a must listen if you want to hear some metal and rap fusion. I mean, that is just killing it with the mix of the two. Def Grips, says Udaz. Def Grips isn't really metal, it's hip hop. It's like industrial hip hop, right? It's like noise and industrial and those more aesthetic, kind of aggressive orientated styles mixing with a bit of hip hop, but not really the metal. There is a couple of tracks where they utilise some heavy guitars, but kind of like in a non-Metallica way as well. Scarlord is pretty great for the metal and hip hop blends. Guy's actually in a screamo metal band, says Codemaster. Yeah, I'm going to go see him in a few days as well. Along with Run the Jewels, Bring Me the Horizon, Architects. Like they're doing like a little kind of aggressive hip hop / metal festival. X, you're a great builder. You give great advice and lots of great info. Sadly, I cannot stay longer. 4 AM here, says KZ12. Have a good sleep, buddy. I'm assuming you're going to sleep. I'm assuming that's why you can't stay any longer. Maybe you're up early. Maybe you've got to go to work. I don't know. I assumed it was sleep. Cypress Hill is insane in the membrane, says Sweet Potato. Yeah, they are. And if ever they're perceived as a band who are just like, oh, they did Insane in the Membrane, that is such a disservice to them. That song's great. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. But man, they are such a killer hip-hop group with so many good records. My favourite is 3, Temples of Boom. That is one dark hip-hop record with some of the most banging beats on it. I love Muggs' production style. Like the snare kick grooves sound gorgeous, and they are just great. And the way Be Real raps. I think when it comes to making lists of best rappers, I feel like Be Real is someone who is underrepresented. I don't know why. I just feel like whenever I get sucked into reading some online greatest rappers list, you'll always see Biggie and Pac up there, and perhaps Jay-Z, and there's just some names that I feel like are underrepresented. Ice Cube and didn't I put a bet up here? Ice Cube and Be Real for me. What about Linkin Park? Linkin Park were huge. They were a massive band of my generation. Hybrid Theory is like an amazing record. Rammstein are awesome. Do you like Body Count? X as Blaze Junkie. I love Body Count, and I've seen them live like 3 times now. I can't believe my luck. I saw him in Download like 5 years ago, and at the end, Ice-T was like, he was just like, this is it. Like when he was doing his last thing, he was like, we probably won't be back, and then they decided to do one last record, and it was really well received. But I love Body Count. Their second record is my favourite. But yeah, there's another amazing band, right? Linkin Park were a little before my time, but they were still a massive part of my childhood, says Xerox. Awesome. Eminem, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, all around the same era, says Tuxaban. Exactly. Now you got the MTV era. The end of MTV, really. There wasn't much after it. I think they had a little bit of a stint with the emo stuff. And then that's when it kind of fell wayside and they stopped doing music, I believe. Because I stopped watching, I'm not entirely sure, but I know they don't do music anymore. This is such a slow way to get ice. Isn't this farm... I think this farm is a flying machine one, it's just not active. This entire time I've been running around, and I should have had it activated. I think I flick that, and then if I do that it will be locked, so when it comes back it won't make a mistake. Alright, my bad. I think this one got decommissioned and deactivated, but it's still got some ice below it, so we'll go and take some of this out. So we've got loads of noises in the ear. Alaroke Brian is here resubscribing for 5 months, saying, hey X, I'm in love with all your vids and live streams. This is my opportunity to tell you that I don't really know when it's gonna... the next one. Enjoying the live streams from Spain. Not quite sure what you mean with that. Maybe a little bit of broken English. I appreciate your support though, ever so much. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by you don't know when the next one is, but thank you for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate it. Joke to Win is here, resubscribing for 16 months, saying keep up the good work. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. Again, much appreciated. All the support as always, peeps. And we got Ms. Tiffy. I'm probably butchering your name. Miss Tiffy is here, resubscribing for 2 months, saying, X, I love the Hermitcraft series. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much again. Wait, didn't I just read that? Oh, no. Joke to Win said keep up the good work. Thanks, peeps. Oh, man, that was confusing. Appreciate it. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Co-Master says, it's like 1-to-1 my taste, man. I am blown away. Well, I'm a very like diverse music listener. I love hip-hop, metal, and classical have always sort of been my favourites. When I say classical, I think I just mean in general symphonic, baroque, classical, whatever. Also, like soundtrack music. You know, basically anything a bit more synth and strings, compositional. Right, those are kind of like my main things. I also love electronic music. Like, electronic music's fantastic. Not so much the modern stuff. I really haven't been into anything modern from electronic, but kind of like the 90s era. You'll notice a recurring theme with the 90s, with me. Like all of that post-house kind of boom in Europe of like all these different drum and bass, jungle kind of sounds are just fantastic. X, do you like jazz? Says that intro bang. I love jazz as well. Jazz is wonderful. Really chilled out. That's some music that helps you calm down right there. Haven't gotten too deep into it, but But yeah, I've got some of the classics, and I really like that. I really appreciate 90s hip-hop, says Doomlish. 90s was my absolute favourite, especially that kind of like early 90s, a little bit of boom bap, a little bit of the 80s kind of hangover era. Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy, like a lot of that stuff just really hits the spot for me. But it's long lasting, like even today, like even the mumble rap stuff is still interesting, and hip hop's got legs on it, it feels like, some real legs. But no music's got more legs than metal, I'll tell you that. Goodness me, metal's like 60 years, and you know, Black Sabbath sounds as good as whatever modern bands doing some ridiculous stuff like Meshuggah. We got a noise in here from Core, who's here with a donation. The Core that is soft, that's what I'm going to call you now. Decided to go with Clean Up Day. Alright, okay, and a Twitter link. Let me grab that quickly. Oh, please let me grab it. Computer. What are you doing, computer program? No! Let me select. No! You can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm having a hard time selecting some text. Okay, I'll check that out after the stream. Thank you. I've put that on my notes to do after the stream. Appreciate you sharing that with me. Cool, and thank you again for the donation. Truly appreciate you supporting the channel. Let's eat some food, and Bysifty is here. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Bysifty, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate the support. I hope you are enjoying the stream. We have Ollie95XZ here doing cheers and bits as well, saying you should check out Wolf Hoffman's Headbangers Symphony. He played 12 classical pieces with guitar, drums, and an orchestra, and it sounds amazing. I will absolutely check that out, man. I've heard some symphony and metal fusions over the year. Bands like Dimmu have done it, of course. Metallica's S&M. Always up for more of that. Dream Theater do a bit of that every now and then, I think. Ollie, thank you ever so much for the suggestion, of course, for the cheers and the bits as well. Thank you. Eugene Trash, has any tips for getting into music? I always find one album, listen to it on repeat until I hate it. Well, find 2 albums and listen to them, you know, rotate them, find 3. Yeah, I mean, like, I just follow my nose. I just get so curious about genres and sounds and ideas, and I end up looking at Wikipedia articles, and then it's like lists of bands, and I'm like, oh, bookmark, and then I go and buy a bunch of records, and then I'm just like, oh, I've got all these things to listen to. It's just like, it's kind of natural for me. I just get really curious and want to hear stuff. Then you got to go in with a mindset of like, you're not gonna like everything the first time you hear it, especially if you haven't spent a lot of time listening to music. Like for me, I'm pretty quick at getting to the music these days, like, and hearing what I can enjoy. But if you're not so, you know, like listening to tons of music all the time, you might find that initially you don't really like something, that something in it might put you off. I always say focus on the things that you do like, and the rest tends to come along with it, is my experience. So I might put something on, I'll be like, I don't like the way this guy sings so much, but then I'll be like, well, I like the drums, so I'll focus on that. And then before you know it, you know, all those drum grooves you like, and then you just, oh yeah, there, the vocals are there and they make sense now. Asuma, LP or CD, says Robbie. Well, I collect CDs and I don't collect vinyls. I almost got sucked into doing that, and that would have been very expensive. Vinyls do have superior sound quality, obviously, but I mean, most of the time I end up listening to stuff on an MP3, right, after I've ripped it from a CD, so it's just the convenience of MP3. Put it on your phone and move it around with you. It's awesome. Ed Network has resubscribed for 34 months, saying, finally hit 100k deaths on LPMT. What? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, jeez, downgrade to play, eh? I'm sorry, are you on there now, Ed? I want to see that. 100k deaths, you got to be kidding me. That's not humanly possible. Well, obviously it is. Oh, I don't have a profile. Oh, there. No, I do have a 1.13.2 profile. Load up profile. We're going to go see Ed Network and his gazillion deaths. I want to see this. Right, let's grab some more ice. Ugh, okay, I picked it up. I had to make a silly sound effect, as always. We've got a noise in the ear from GamerToss DK, subscribing for 7 months. GamerToss, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the stream. MP3's excellent, still lives in 2006. I hope you know that whenever you listen to an MP3 on a music on a streaming platform, or let's say on YouTube you're listening to MP3, it's still the dominant format. Actually, I might be like out of the loop there. Like something like Tidal might actually, doesn't Tidal stream FLAC? Right, this is an, oh, it is working. Okay, let's check it out. I want to see it. Whoa! Dead Ed! Let's check out Dead Ed. No, wrong one. Over here, please. Are we with Dead Ed? We're with Dead Ed, who's literally died 100,000 times. GG, Dead. I don't know. Well, I do know how you did. It's in the name. Congratulations, Dead Ed. I feel like something should be done. I might task the staff with making a trophy or something. Okay, right. I made a note about that. I made many notes today. Well done, Ed. That was awesome. Well done. Also, it looks like you've got a very interesting base. I like these Achacha water pipes coming around the side here. They look awesome. Although here, it kind of looks like it's open. Does it just shoot off the gap? We put that there! Come on! Come on! I'm live streaming! Right, I'm getting out of here. Dirty language. Oh my. Shizuka says, I think the most popular streamable audio format is MP3, so X is right. Yeah, like, streaming is just streaming MP3s. Essentially, right? Pretty sure that's how it works. Botville is here, subscribe with Amazon Prime. Botville, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Peeps are saying it's time for an eye break. It probably is. I kind of don't want an eye break. I just want to crack on right now. I'm going to drink some water and look. Oh, I'm going to drink some tea. Cold tea and look to the side. Peeps are not looking at my stream. It's that part in the live stream where you can give your eyes a rest by looking away from the screen. This is not an opportunity to take a break. No, wait. Sorry, it is. What was I going to say? It's not an opportunity. I forget how it goes. Don't look at your phone. Don't watch another stream. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. If you haven't been here for this part of the stream before, you probably think I'm a nutter. You might be right. Anyway, this is the part of the stream where I look away from my screen, give my eyes a rest, because those doctors say stop staring at that screen for hours on end, young man. You'll damage your eyeballs. They say 5 minutes every hour. I say I'm streaming. The important thing is now you know. Now you know that every hour you're on the computer staring, not blinking, just intently staring at the screen. Give yourself a break. Don't look at your smartphone, because that's a screen as well. Oh, these bright lights. We keep shining them in our eyes. What on earth are we going to do? We're going to take a break. We just took a break. It wasn't 5 minutes, but it'll do. X, I meant an MP3 player, says P. Krasy. Well, I still use an MP3 player. I mean, what are we listening to right now? I got VLC up. We're listening to some Izuku MP3s. So you're literally listening to MP3 right now and accusing me of being outdated. You're the one listening. How do you think you're hearing my voice? What kind of codec do you think we're using? We're using MP3. Jeez, what a hypocrite. Goodness me, what a hypocrite. I have special glasses, no breaks for me, says Cub King. How sure are you that the glasses will protect you from that? Because it's not the glasses, it's your eyes. You strain your eyes when you look at a screen to focus on it. I'm not really sure too many glasses can account for that. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it sort of don't sound like it add up. Are you trying to kill our eyes by doing 1 minute eye breaks instead of 5? I'm trying to kill your eyes, yeah. Pete Krasy says a physical MP3 player, Facefarm. Well, what are you listening to on? What are you listening to this on? Like, you're listening to this on a device. If you're listening to me, an MP3, your device is playing that MP3. If it's a smartphone, if it's an iPad, if it's a computer, it's playing the MP3 that you're listening to. That's the audio format. Like, literally, it's literally what we're listening to right now. The audio is MP3. I can't express this enough. Like, and you are listening to it on a device. I don't think there is a way to listen to MP3s without a device as it goes. Right, anyway, enough of the smarty pants. I think it's time for me to record a clip. Okay. Music. Music, get paused. Paused. Record mode, engage. Okay, chat. Here it is. We're gonna. Oh, can't remember how it ended. Right, I'm gonna load up my my software. Ooh, I think we'll fly for this next clip. Right, how did it end? You might hear this. You might hear me talking. Maybe we're cutting it close. That's not me talking, peeps. That's me in the past. Maybe we're cutting it. What? Maybe we're cutting what? Maybe we're cutting it close, but I probably don't need a big farm like this to get all the scaffolding together. Okay, so I was talking about scaffolding. So first things first with... Oh, I'm not recording. Okay, I've hit the record button. So first things first with the scaffolding in place. The ice is now in place behind it. And this is kind of a peculiar sight, really, because when you fly around with a rocket, you don't really get this sense of like the tower being there, because it kind of blends in with the sky, depending on what direction you're at. Also, I expressed the desire to build this taller. I think I might have to do that, and I've taken several trips over to the ice farm area, whatever it was, and filled up this chest, and basically I don't have enough ice to make it any taller at this point. So anyway, what we're going to do next is build this design, but around on the opposite design, so we can build it at the height of the floor, which is roughly where the scaffolding is. So we'll build that up a couple of times, step back, look at it, and decide if we like it or not. Yay! 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 We're back to normal. Okay, let me go put that file. Let me go put that file into the folder. There we go. Done. Job done. Alright, peeps, you just saw me recording a Hermitcraft episode. Oh, I spoil you, don't I? I spoil you. Now you know how it all goes down. Jeez. Jeez, right. So we need a whole bunch of cyan terracotta. This is why we actually went and got a redonkulous amount of this stuff the other day. I think I'm going to need... Do you know what? I'm just going to go like that. And then... Let's put all of this in place. I actually need a bit more than I had there. There it is. Alright, now we've got stupid amounts of that to go place down. I'm also going to need carpet as well, and I think I've got a stash of carpet back in my base. But probably better if I go pinch some from my shop. Which is probably going to become redundant now, as everyone's going to build a sheep farm, right? This song reminds me of Mario Maker, says the Green Luma. You'll hear some strong Mario influences. Oh, I like that bridge. Strong Mario influences in this music. Ow. 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 Right, whatever. Doomlish says, weird to see him record. Is it? That's what you hear in every episode. Every episode is like that. Hello, YouTube. I placed an ice block. Okay, that was grey concrete. Let's keep that over here. So I need... Ah, it's empty. That's not good. Secret entrance, please. Secret entrance, thank you. Another episode of X Can't Fly, says Gothgore. You know it. I can never fly. Also, did I read this a minute ago? Nodix UK, a subscriber of Amazon Prime. I'm just looking at him like, did I read that or not? If I didn't, I apologise. Whoa, we're still making the sales. Me like. Let me grab those diamonds and chuck them into here so I count them at another date. And, actually, I'm going to record a clip here again. Okay, peeps, we're going to go into recording mode. What else? Is there anything else supposed to do? Oh, I think I've done all the things I need to do. So I've come over here to pinch some grey wool for making carpets, and we're still making sails. I put all the diamonds from this chest here into this one. I mean, this was a very profitable shop. The thing is, I'm not sure how many of these sails are made after 1.14. Ooh, we've got a diamond block there. Because I figured that everyone would make their own wool farm now, but it looks like we are still selling lots and lots of wool. So I don't know what the fate of this shop is really. I kind of pictured it not getting used as much anymore, but hey, maybe we're still in the diamonds here. I'll probably end up lowering the price once we build our sheep farm. And we did it again, Pete. Another clip! Oh, I've treated you to 2 clips. Can you believe your luck? Can you believe your luck today? It's like I'm recording an episode of Hermitcraft or something. Haley Bailey says, I love the insight behind this in the episodes. It's cool, isn't it, actually? You know what, like, I didn't know what to think about doing it this way or not. I always kind of saw it as like, oh no, people won't watch the episode now. But it's only 1,500 of you here. So, you lot might not watch the episode now. You might think, I've seen all of that. But that's only a fraction of everyone watching. So, it's not that bad in terms of it negatively impacting the video on YouTube. So, I think that's fine. But yeah, like, it gives some of you a different experience of the episode. So, in that way, it's a good thing. We're creating a new experience and something interesting. Alright, Twitch audio is not in MP3. It is a .ts file. The audio codec is ADTS with a sample rate of 44100 Hz. Ah, that's interesting because I believe I send the information to Twitch through an MP3 codec. At least it looks like one. I think. It's been a while since I've set it up. But yeah, I guess it could use a different codec then. Interesting. Is a fake AssumeAvoid Twitter. You have the real AssumeAvoid and the fake one is AssumeAvoid _. Well, if you want to report it, that's always the best thing to do. Okay, so let's just go through some of the important bits and bobs here. Now, I've been thinking that I might extend this like so. What do I like more? I think I like this coming up higher, but it's just a bit much. It's going to be a big window. I think we'll stick with that. Stick with what we've done so far. So the middle strip will be where the floor is. I think it might actually benefit me to start with that. Oh, I'm also going to need probably black... No, wait, I don't need to put anything in the middle because nothing can spawn there, right? In that space. Unless, like, baby zombies now need a small collision box. I won't worry about that for now. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But we need to stop things spawning on here is what I'm trying to say. Lupoid is here, resubscribed for 2 months, saying, always wondered how people were sending messages when they resub. Just noticed the box above chat. /facepalm. There you go, for the peeps that didn't know. There's a box above chat. Lupid, I didn't even know. Okay, and I've been streaming on there for years. 50 months even. Lupoid, thank you so much for the resubscribe. Appreciate it. Right, who do you like better, AC/DC or Ozzy Osbourne, says user Bob. Do you know what, that's a real tough one. I think I vibe a little bit more with Ozzy these days, but then not like a larger portion of his work. And AC/DC is incredible. I just love the fact that we can have lots of music to listen to, right? Instead of this like one or the other mentality. Not saying you've got a mentality, just it's what we always do. We always chalk it down to like this one or that one, you know. Slayer or Megadeth, or sorry, Metallica or Megadeth, and it's like, I like that we have both. Like, how awesome is it that we get both? Okay, so we're going to go up there with those two. Yeah, I kind of got everything I need. Just need to start placing the blocks, I guess, and stop thinking. Here we go again. Oh, right, upwards and onwards. We need to assess the height at which that is there. It's very important. We got Meow Knight, resubscribed for 30 months, saying Asuma fart. What is an Asuma fart? Actually, trolling Mumbo makes no sense, because I'm just going to end up annoying him. He's got no idea that I'm making a joke. Wait, Mumbo's... But Mumbo already did that! Oh my goodness me. That's amazing. Mumbo can't build... You can't build a bamboo farm? Bamboo farm. Oh, I give up. Words, noises, brain farts, things that are happening. So, I could, like, skim out on blocks here, right? But I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put more blocks than I need to in place. This has been perfectly positioned. Perfectly positioned. I hope I get comments like that. Brilliant. Oh. That's great. That's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Right. Whee. Ugh. Oh, we landed without taking damage. I even made a sound effect for that. Oh. Lord Grey is here, resubscribing for 28 months, saying always good for a bit of X and a brew in the morning. Awesome, dude. Lord Grey, thank you ever so much for your 28 months of support. That's wonderful. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream. So apparently I'm doing these ones first. I'm supposed to go around this way. Let's keep going around that way. And let's fly. We also got Kitty Says Kaboom doing the cheers, throwing the bits, saying with the latest update to the server, does the game seem to be playing better? Do y'all still have the entity glitches and such? We may still have entities disappearing. It is something I can neither confirm nor deny. No, I have seen some entities disappear, but I can't 100% say that it's the latest one. It just, the timeline fits for it to be this one. So I think if you're already in 1.14, getting on pre-release 4 seems like the thing to do. If you're not, I would still be patient. We really should have waited. I think the problem is that many of us banked on just going straight to this update, which I don't think is our fault, right? Like, never have we had to update to a major update in the past and be worried or skeptical or, you know, hold our reservations about it or anything like that. It's never been such a unstable. It's a very poor update, really, to be frank, in terms of quality with these issues. And so we've all come into this thing expecting to hit the ground running and just update, and then it's been like, hey, this update isn't good enough. It's a snapshot, basically. Anyway, Kitty Says Kaboom, thank you so much for the cheers and the bits. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream we're doing here today. I'm enjoying it. I like building when it's nice and simple like this, when you just, you know, throw your face down into the ground and, you know, just smash your face into the ground so you can pillar up and do it all over again. That's the kind of building that I like, peeps, you know. The one that comes with a broken nose. Let's eat some food. Kitty Says Kaboom says it's a shame y'all have so many problems. I've noticed it slowed the vids down from Hermits. Yeah, it has actually, hasn't it? It's really impacted them. I've tried my very best to keep going. I think I've been fortunate enough to pick things to do where I haven't felt anything get too much in my way other than doing all the administrative stuff. So maybe for other Hermits they're doing things where they've been a bit more directly affected, I guess. Did Impulse's scaffolding shop get fixed, says Wados? It did. I thought he showed that in a video, but he's put out a couple since I fixed it. I did Cleo's ship, and I think I need to do Forces for her, because I think she was quite demotivated by all of her church stuff getting done. So maybe in the next stream we could do that on a live stream. That'd be a good way. How do y'all like the sound of doing admin work like that on a live stream? Would that be interesting? Because generally, like, I balance my time very carefully and I don't get too much time for doing extra bits and bobs, right? So if I could do that on stream, that would be a great way to do 1 and 2 together, so to speak. Right, I'm going to rip this out down here because it's not necessary for what we're... the corner bit kind of is, just in case I need to remind myself, so I'll take those blocks back. We got lots of yeses in chat for doing an admin stream. Oh, okay, that's cool. Cuplex says yes, so we can see you derp. That'll be the one time I'll be very, very, very cautious not to derp. We'll be doing double, triple checks. So yeah, lots of resounding support for that idea. Okay, that's good to know. I don't know when I'll next stream. I want to do a City Skyline stream soon as well, but I might leave it a while. I know they've just got a DLC out. I've got the DLC, but doesn't mean we have to jump into it straight away. I like to follow the momentum that we got going on here. I think it's good to keep momentum going as well in Minecraft and Hermitcraft, because like with the Tower Bay projects over here, they take a lot of time and effort, and if I keep working on them in my live streams, it'll just keep that like momentum flowing, you know, because I don't want to do just this and then leave it for a month. I want to get a few more together. So in terms of an update, I think yeah, I think we'll build it up one more floor. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Let's go up one more time, and then we'll come back and talk about it, because I can like hop onto this very easily using the scaffolding, which is terrific, of course. I also probably want to start from around here-ish. Let's start on the corner again. Hey X, do you have a fixed streaming schedule, says Sippy7. I don't, but I think these morning weekend streams are going to be more and more likely. It fits really well into my day just to start the weekend with a stream, and it seems to be a time when more people are available to come watch. So I think that's going to be like a common thing, that I'll do 2 streams on the weekend now. It just fits in well. As for in the week, I'll try and aim probably to do Tuesdays and Thursdays, so they're spaced out between the weekend ones. But you never know what's going to happen. Like if an update comes out, if something's going on, it could be all over the place. We also got Peter Durr 72 gifting a sub to that Mumbo Jumbo. Thank you ever so much for gifting the sub. I was about to say Mumbo has been delurked, but as we've learned, you can gift a sub to someone. I think you can even gift a sub to just any username, regardless if it's a user or not. But Mumbo, if you're watching, welcome to the stream. We were joking earlier about how no one else has built a bamboo farm on the server. I'm the only person to have built one, you know, because if someone else had built one, I of course couldn't physically build it in game, because you know you can't do things that other people have done. You know, I'm a bit concerned that other people are playing Minecraft. You know, I did that first. Jeez. Anyway, Talbot says, "Lol, this is still going on." Hey, I'm bringing it back up. I'll shut up about it now. Have I only done that? I think I've just done that too high here. Oh, jeez. Oh, I hope I haven't messed that up. No, I did it right. Ugh. Okay, jump around there. Jump around there. Yeah, if I build it from here, that's going to be helpful. Ah, this is not a bad way of doing it, is it? Just come over here and get all of those little impressions in place. And that's it. So let's work our way back from over here. Okay, so Peter Durr, thank you ever so much for gifting the sub to Mumbo Jumbo. Also, Mitchell Kaline is here, resubscribing for 4 months, saying Happy Mother's Day. Today's the day in France. Interesting. It was Mother's Day in America not so long ago, and then it's Mother's Day in England. It's like Mother's Day every day in one part of the world, it seems like. Oh. Thank you so much for the support, I appreciate it. Also, Peter Durr 72 resubscribed for 5 months, saying now it's my time to subscribe. Greetings from Russia. Peter Durr, thank you so much for 5 months of support. I heard something yesterday that cracked me up. I was watching a video, and the guy who made the video said, props to Russia for cornering the blackcurrant market, or something like that. Apparently blackcurrants mostly come from Russia. Apparently it's illegal to farm blackcurrants in what country? America? Anyway, this guy said like props to props to Russia for cornering the blackcurrant market. So yeah, props to Russia on that. Crack me up. Oh. Yes, it's illegal, says Randy Nicole. Wow. It's illegal. Intervention 128 is here, resubscribing for 9 months. That's a Twitch baby right there, saying, hey, X, been watching since season 4 and finally decided to subscribe. Had Prime before because I love your videos and streams as well. Have a good one. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you subscribing. For 9 months, though, right there. Oh, jeez. I believe we just got a sub bomb in. Goodness me. Every day should be Mother's Day, in my opinion, says Komi Mai. You know, as I said it in the back of my head, I was thinking that as well. I was like, in a way, every day is Mother's Day. Mother's the givers of life. Let's rejiggle this inventory a little bit. We need more with the thing. The thing. You saw the thing, right? You saw the thing. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll continue building, I guess. Gonna need some more food soon. Peter Durr says, in Soviet Russia, blackcurrant sells you. Love that joke. Did that originate with The Simpsons? That joke. I would so not be surprised if that was a Simpsons joke. Right, we got so many noises in the air. The dings are going to be dinging for a while. I was going to say it'd be a good opportunity to record a clip for a moment, but no, we'll let the things go up on the screen, as they should do. So if you're watching, you might see your name, and when the dings have stopped, I will read out all the names. We have gifted subs coming from Softcore. So Softcore, thank you so much for supporting the community and gifting out subs to different peeps who are watching. If you are a sub, you'll be able to put emotes in chat and other cool stuff as well. I think by other cool stuff, there isn't actually any other perks. Or maybe advertisements don't play, which is something that I'd like to just turn off on Twitch in general, because the advertising revenue on Twitch is just, it's peanuts, right? That's the old saying, isn't it? It's peanuts. Just be better to turn it off for everyone's convenience. Okay, so I think they just stopped. We've got Annie Sparks, Rumatamatiti. Oh, jeez, I butchered that one. Da Limes, Almighty Geo, Martin Natarayan, Musley Oak, Pickle Rules, Daz Buffy, Mancoos, and Ash Uzumaki 88. If you heard your name being read out loud, you can now put emotes into the chat. Feel free to put in the butcher name emote if I butchered your name, or throw in a love heart for Softcore, who has gifted you with a subscription. Thank you so much for doing that, Softcore. Truly do appreciate it. We also got Dan's Not Hot from Amazon Prime, subscribing with Amazon Prime. I mean, maybe you work for Amazon Prime as well. Maybe you are from Amazon Prime. Who knows? Thank you, Dan's Not Hot, for subscribing. Is that a reference to Man's Not Hot? I believe it is. And Jario5615 has subscribed with the Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much, peeps. As always, appreciate your support. According to Know Your Meme, in Soviet Russia, the Russian reversal type of joke was created by a stand-up comedian, Yakov Smirnov. Isn't that a drink, Smirnov? The joke was extremely popular in the late 80s, fell out of vogue in the 90s. Alright, I did not know that. I guess maybe I saw it in Simpsons and it came from that person's stand-up. I'm pretty sure it's been in Simpsons, is what I was trying to say. Oh no, that's actually correct. That must have been where we ran out of materials. Okay, cool. It's time to go into record mode again. Let's do some more. I can't believe this. This is a supercomputer right here. I have my video editing software open. I'm going to drag in the files. It's probably going to do all its converting stuff. Let's drop it into record mode. Let's pause the music or stop it. And peeps, for a moment here, we're going to record some more of the video. So anymore, but hey, maybe we're still in the diamonds here. I'll probably end up lowering the price once we build our sheep farm. Oh, what? I'll probably end up lowering. Oh, what? I'll probably end up lowering the price. Oh, okay. Sorry. Right. Let's do this. Hit record over there. There's the record button. How am I going to do this? Right. No, I have not used any carpet yet. Of course I haven't. I just been putting in the... let's try that again. Okay, let's land. No, I have not been using any of the wool yet, because behind me you'll see all I put in is the cyan terracotta, and I'm starting to think that this scaffolding stuff is kind of getting in the way of the view. a little bit, and I really want to see the shape of this thing come together at the moment, which is what we'll do next. We're going to put in that black terracotta that you saw from our original design, which is just over there, so that'll go in as a rim around, you know, the side that we're working on, and then we're either going to split up the window into a half or into thirds and have some beams going across. I think we're probably going to gravitate towards thirds, but let's get a few more blocks in there and see how it goes. I think I might actually rip out the scaffolding on one side so we can kind of have it finished and look at it and see if we like it or not. Yay! Right, let's stop recording and let me save my project. Sweet, and then drag the file into the folder. This is super interesting doing it like this. Okay, so then we go there. Oh, it'd be nice if I had some hotkeys. Oh, I could quite easily add hotkeys for what I'm thinking of to just stop and start the music. Alright, have I put it all back to normal? Are we all good? Kitty says kaboom, says yay, more backstage access. Indeed, more backstage access. Access all areas. Right, I guess we get to go up top and chuck in those materials we literally just talked about. Any plans for a Hermitcraft stream day anytime soon, says UGM Trash. You know, we're due one, but I'll tell you what's gotten in the way of doing one is just all this 1.14 nonsense, really. Until it is stable, I don't think we'll be doing anything, because how did I do it over there? Does it go round the corner is what I'm wondering? It goes round the corner. Okay, good. The yay reminds me of Biffa, says Batman. Yeah, and the recap guys have kind of turned that into a bit of a meme, haven't they? Oh, I see what I've done wrong here. Yay, is what Biffa does. It's just a little bit of sarcasm in it, isn't it? But I think the way Biffa does it is kind of a mix. I don't know. I think it's kind of a mix when Biffa does it, is the idea. We've got a noise in the ear from Snacker the. Snacker the, thank you ever so much for subscribing with Amazon Prime. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream today, hanging out with us as we record an episode while we're streaming. Music seems louder, X, says Sippy. It is the same volume as it was before. Different record though, so maybe slight difference. Scarlet Kitty says, I can't believe I've actually caught a stream. Do you know what you just reminded me of? Captain Scarlet. Okay, so like one other person in chat is like, Captain Scarlet? I don't even really remember it. I just had like a Captain Scarlet toy. Very, very young. Like too young to really remember like playing with it or anything. Just Captain Scarlet, you know. I think I might even vaguely remember the theme song. Biffa's yay often has a slightly sarcastic tone. It's very funny. It is, isn't it? I like the sarcastic yay. Are there magnets in vanilla? No, not yet. I really do think it's time in this game to add a few more things like that. I've played it for a very long time though. I'd love to do like a slightly modded vanilla thing, but unless it's with the Hermitcraft crew, which we're probably not going to do something like that, I don't think I'll be able to do it really. Let's fly back, take a look. Let's go do it for the second one now. I think this is going to be the weaker design, but one of the things about the designs is that because there is a group of them, because there is a lot of them, they're going to complement each other, so we'll kind of get away with it. But it was necessary just based on what was on the inside, I guess, of this area. So is it me, or is this scaffold here a little bit lower? I hope I haven't... Oh, do you know what I really should have done? I should have double, triple checked. Ugh, the old double, triple check. I should have made sure this is exactly the right height. I think we should do that before we go any further. Let's go sleep in the bed and then double check the heights. Let's hope for the best. Apparently it's a 1960s British TV show. We're talking about Captain Scarlet, right? If I had to guess, I know it wasn't the 80s. I would have probably, I reckon I would have guessed 70s, but yeah, 70s, 60s. That would make sense. It's if anyone knows, well, I'm pretty sure everyone would know the Thunderbirds, right? It's an air quote knockoff of that, if you want to call it a knockoff. I always think that's a bit unfair sometimes, but I believe Thunderbirds came first and then Captain Scarlet turned up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's right. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm not sure if it's right or not. I think I might use the camera account and save myself some time here. This is where I think having a measuring tool would be really cool in this game.
Emergency.
Actually, I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to use this. I'd have to use the fill command. We did that. No, I'm not going to do that now. We did this in another stream. We used the fill command to count, but I don't really want to use the fill command on here. So that's 6, 12. Maybe 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. See, 20 is there. I guess it's 20 and then the next one. Okay, yeah, no, the next one is correct. Right, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that leaves us with one there. So if I up both of those by 1 block, so they're one bigger. Okay, that means 6, 6, and then what's the one at the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 6, 5. Maybe we make the one in the middle 5. So we have 6, 5, 6. So we have 2 breakers. Now the question is, can we then do that again? Let's double, triple check as always. Let's not mess this up, you know. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got to look at this block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Terrific. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, sweet. Now, here's where things might actually be slightly different now that I think about it. So we counted level with the floor. This isn't going to be level with the floor. It's going to be 1 block up. So I believe that means we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do 5, 5, 6 this time. Sorry if I'm ignoring chat a little bit at the moment. As you might be able to tell, I need to concentrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 5, and then 6. Oh, that don't look good, does it? Does not look good. Ow! Yeah! Ugh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's perfect. Well, ain't I lucky? Oh, well. I'm stoked about that. This is in the right place. And I guess we'll double check the taller numbers when we're at the taller numbers. Let's go ahead and build the rest of this. Oh, we did it all the way around that side. Sweet. Okay. Isn't that nice? Kendrick says, Suma, how do you make your builds look good? As I say, time and time again, it takes time, it takes experience, but the most important thing is to practice and to spend time engaging in the building process. If you build something that looks ugly, that's terrific, because the next time you build something, it might look just as ugly. You might be able to make it look a little bit nicer. More often than not, you don't make it look worse, right? And eventually from doing and building, you will learn tips and tricks, things that look cool, and you just got to you got to build up this skill base. You know, it's one of these things, this isn't, well, actually it's kind of the same. You know, like, when you see like a great musician or whatever doing something amazing with their instrument, and someone's like, oh, they're so talented, and it's like, they probably spent many hours practicing that instrument, right? It's almost a disservice. It's like, it's not just something you're born with. There's elements of that, but you know, if you're good at an instrument and you can do something cool with it, it's because you spent hours and hours and hours and hours learning it. Same thing goes with building. You look at someone like Scar. Okay, Scar's first build did not look like what he builds today. You know, you got to improve, and you improve by doing and engaging. You also like learn from other players. These are Scar scrapers. They're named after Scar because of this amazing style that he made. But what I didn't do was just copy what he built. I reiterated it and came up with my own design. I reiterated it again, and now I've reiterated it words a third time. So we're learning from other builders, you know. Maybe try this. Maybe go look at a really cool build. Don't go excessive. Don't go over the top big. Don't go look at Scar's volcano and think I'm going to build that tomorrow. Right? Find something small, a humble house, whatever. It's all good. But then go and, you know, you can watch a video, you can look at the images of it from a different angle. Go and rebuild it, but make it different. Make it a little bit your own. Make that wall over there a little bit bigger. Make the roof a different shape. Just make some tweaks and changes to it. And through building it, you'll learn about the building process, and you'll pick up some tips and tricks of your own, and you'll start to build these things into your skill set, right? But you have to do. That's the most important thing. It's always about doing, right? Otherwise, nothing's going to happen, basically. Right, that should work. Oh, a little bit later it does. Okay. Oh, this is the end of episode 666 music. And so Evil X and Asuma went on their merry way. Oh, I love that. By the way, and actually, I'm gonna not talk about this. I've had this idea in my mind for a long time for when I go away on holiday to do something cool. But no, I'm actually gonna leave that one to myself for now. Sorry, I was gonna waffle. All right then. I went on about that for far too long, didn't I? I played in creative for a while to find out my style and what works, says Haley Bailey. Yeah, that's another thing I'd say. Everything I've learned about building pretty much come from creative mode. What you're seeing right now, though, I've actually done everything here without any creative mode input. But if you look at the design, it's super simple, and you know, you can just kind of roll into it once you know what's going on with these designs, essentially. I think those ones over there, I think I did those in creative, but very quickly as well. Like, it just all kind of came together, I seem to remember. Okay, so there we go. We've done that one as well now, right? I think what we'll do while we're on a little bit of a roll here with doing our counting and whatnot. So remember, we started with 656, and now it's going to be 556. So then here it would be the same again. So what we'll do is we'll count. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got that going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is redyeing terracotta a vanilla feature, says Hackis in CR. It's not, it's a vanilla tweaks feature. And we got it here on the server. It's really great because it just means all of that mining in the mesa is a little less tedious, and you're not always just using terracotta. It's very, very convenient to be able to redye it. If you're a vanilla purist and know it's too much to change anything like that, that's fine. You don't have to use it. But if you want to use it, vanillatweaks.net, or you can go to asumavoid.com and just click on the Vanilla Tweaks link. Yeah, I think that's correct. Yep, look, there's the ceiling height, as aka the next floor. Oh, which it will be, because I want to build this thing bigger, right? Is what I've decided. Yeah, terrific. Okie dokie then. So, awesome, is all I can say. It's all going ever so well. I'm not sure if I should record a clip yet. I think we'll build it up a bit more and then I'll record the next clip. So somewhere here is the way down. There it is. We'll build all of these stems across all the way around now. I actually think building creative and building in survival is two different styles. You can learn to make do with what you have at the moment in survival, says Wolfforce. That's a very good point. I was thinking I was going to disagree with you. I was thinking, no, creative's great. You can figure everything out. But that's it. One of the great ways to, I was going to say to learn, but not really just for learning. Like a cool thing to do is to impose challenges on yourself. Like, especially in Redstone. Like, one of the things I've always enjoyed most about Redstone is when you have a limitation. When it's like, hey, I've got to squeeze this device into this small area. And then it forces you to adapt, like, your circuit or to introduce a compromise to the way you wanted it to work. I always find that really cool. And, yeah, I guess survival building does that, right? Like, you got a limited amount of materials and etc, etc. That's a really good point. That is a really good point. X, what time is it for you? It's 4:45 AM here, says Bam. It is 10:49 over here. After this, I'm going to go for a long walk and then have some dinner. Okay, that's that one done. The next one's going to be a bit trickier, isn't it? Let's go sleep in a bed. Let's go sleep in a bed. By the way, peeps, we got 1,550 peeps tuning in today. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning or evening, wherever you are. And if you haven't done so already, you know what I'm going to say. Hit the follow button. Get notified when I go live. Bamper Fred says, I remember when you left mod source to go back to vanilla for the challenge. I don't remember the specifics of my reasoning for leaving mod source, but you view as a very... You're like... This is one of those things, like, as the creator, I will have little moments that I remember, and as the viewers, you will have little moments that you remember. And that's a great example of that, really, because I don't remember that, but, I mean, I'm sure I probably said something about it, right, and that might have been it. Because it's been a long, long journey on YouTube. Very long journey. Okay, what I forget about the scaffolding is that you kind of like stand on it, so you don't need to... Oh, this is going to be tricky, this one. Ow. So you don't need to hold shift, I just instinctively hold shift all the time. Voldorus says, a challenge I gave myself once was a tiered thing, so I could only build with wood, then experimenting with cobble, then once my people had experimented with structured stone bricks, I couldn't build with exotic blocks until I built a large enough port to allow imports. That's cool, I like the sound of doing that. Oh man, that gets my mind bubbling with game design ideas. I, for the longest time, have really wanted to take an idea I've had for a mini game and build it in Minecraft, but I just don't have the time for it. I don't have the time for it. It's such a cool idea. I really should maybe try and... Yeah. I really love to put this game together. It's just there's no time really to do it. It's such a big project, but I shouldn't really talk about it because it ain't gonna happen. Let's oh, do I already have food set? Wait, what's going on here? My food chest isn't here. Oh no, it wouldn't be because I don't have one. Oh, am I down to using suspicious stews again? I guess I'm going to use more of these now, aren't I? Fair enough. They're going to get used up quick, I tell you. Tell us about your game ideas, says Sippy. I really don't want to because I feel like it's one of those ones where once you do it, people will start making their own versions of it. And I would really like to put my own stamp on the idea first, if that makes sense. Oh, I really do want to make this game. Maybe I really should, because the amount of times I've like ummed and ahed about it is ridiculous. Yeah. Maybe it's time to start giving that some serious thought again. Right, now we've got to go find the one where it starts at the next level. Do it, says Richie Boss. It's about time management, you know, like you have to invest a lot of time into making these things happen. There'll be research and development, you know, like figuring out what's possible in Minecraft to make this game happen, but I could certainly give it some more thought again. I know very well exactly what the game is. It's just the amount of, like I said, R&D and then building it and all this. It's just a bit much for my plate. I'll certainly think about it today now. It's like wedged itself into my mind again. In fact, when I go on a walk, that's always a really good time to think about stuff. Like, the walk is very relaxing and you're getting some fresh air, you know. Lets you think things through, and I can think, is this a good idea? What about this thing? What about that? Tie up with Tango and work it out, says CS Lament. That wouldn't work, working with another hermit, because Tango's got a lot on his plate as well. Like, that's why Tango isn't on here making episodes at the moment right now, because he's chosen to put his time into something different, which is absolutely fine. You know, because we've got to manage our time, so to team up with someone else who's struggling with time management, that's not going to work. Wolf Forces, have you ever done a mod? Are you familiar with programming? I mean, I'm sort of vaguely familiar with programming, but I'm not a programmer, and when it comes to mods, I wouldn't be able to code one to save my life, basically. Okay, let's yeah, get in there, do all of that. Get some help from trusted friends, X, says Hayley Bailey. Well, that's the thing. I've tried to make the game happen in the past with help from friends, and like it's such a big idea and a big project to execute that. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's a big ask from other people, and where I've tried to make it happen before, it doesn't go anywhere because it's such a big project. Hey, I just got some red particle effects. Okay, Jack says there's a newer version of Streamlabs. Yeah, I'm not updating to it. It takes part of your bits. Like, they commission your bits, which I don't think is particularly fair. Should I keep going at this point? Well, I think I'm probably due an update. Let's just keep going. I'll record another clip soon. Anyway, we're approaching 2 hours on this stream, and you can see how long it takes just to do like a few segments of an episode. Not even a few, really. Wado says, sadly, Tango gets 10 times more view on his What If videos than Hermitcraft episodes. Totally makes sense to continue those. Yeah, I mean, that's up to him, though. Like it might not be just about views. Tango just might want a new challenge or something different to do with his time. It's absolutely fine. I'm really happy for him as well, because he wanted to do something different and he succeeded at it really well with these mods. And they're fantastic videos as well. But yeah, like you could say the same of like me, right? Like a Hermitcraft episode takes me days to make, and you know, update videos take hours, myth busting takes like a day, half a day. Every series has different ins and outs, but it's also about what you enjoy doing. So even though there might be other types of videos I could make that would do better than Hermitcraft, if you want to look at it that way, I really love playing on here day to day. So it's just kind of like, it's my flow, it's the thing I really enjoy doing. Does X have a normal stream time, or is it just whenever he feels like it, says Gapman? It's kind of, you know, a little bit around similar times of the day. For example, weekdays it's going to be in the evenings. Weekends it's going to be in the morning. I think I'm going to try and do this thing though where I stream both days in the morning. I've always enjoyed the weekend streams in the morning, and it seems like more people tune in, so there's a good incentive to stream it this time. And it works really well for my day to just start the weekend off with a stream, I feel like. So probably going to see them on the weekend more frequently for me now. Will you consider doing Amplified on Season 7? I will argue and rally for Amplified in Season 7. That'll be my mission, to have us play Season 7 Amplified. That'll be absolutely swell. I just said swell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? That's not right. What have I done wrong? Oh, you Wally! You Wally! Oh, get rid of him. Get rid of this suit. Wait, did I? No, it was. Okay. I thought for a second that it wasn't. Get rid of this Wally. Who's he think he is? Building at the wrong height? Oh, goodness me. We've got a noise in the ear from Faith Owl. Faith Owl, thank you ever so much for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Appreciate using your Prime subscription on me. Thank you so much for doing that. Amplified would be so much better now with Elytra says Wados. I agree. I really, really would love to do Amplified next season. I feel like, yeah, perfect time to do it, right, with the Elytra. Being able to fly around. I feel like you could make some real interesting playstyles, like bases and link-ups. Like, you know, the way you fly over the Hermitcraft world and you see all the previous projects and whatnot. Like, imagine that in Amplified. You know, flying between all the different, the sort of like ravines, right? Massive ravines. Flying between all of those would be epic. Optifine come out. Yeah, says Ranger Infinite. There's a preview version. I know that, but I haven't touched it yet myself. Not with all this broken update nonsense. Might as well wait until 1.14 is fixed, I guess. I can't tell if X is being sarcastic or not, says Scarlet Kitty. Oh, I don't recall being sarcastic about anything at the moment. I wasn't sarcastic about Amplified. It would be awesome. It's just like when we did it before, what we learned is that the terrain, although it looked cool, it made everything a hassle. You had to work around it, right? Like it was just the terrain became something in your way as opposed to something that enabled you to do something different. But now that we've got Elytras, it's going to be an enabling thing as opposed to an obstructing thing. Whoopsie doozy with that one. Putting the blocks in all the wrong places. And we got a noise in the ear from Uncles19. Uncles19, thank you ever so much for your Amazon Prime subscription. I appreciate you using it on me, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Looks like these scaffoldings have got to go a little bit taller, doesn't it? It looks like that is so. I feel like I want to get up there actually to build this bit. Let's grab those blocks. Build it around here. What is Amplified, says Ace? It's a type of terrain that you can have for a Minecraft world where everything is like big and tall and over the top. It's really cool. Okay, and the next one, Asuma, what are you building, says Scorp? I'm building a tower. You will have to work around the terrain. Elytra will not make building better. I think it's normal to build on the flatter bits and use the mountains as a backdrop. I disagree. We've also got scaffolding, remember, which makes building vertically a little easier, as we're literally witnessing right now. I think the problem was travel. Like, wherever you wanted to go in Amplified, it was like the terrain was in the way because you needed to travel. I would say building with the Amplified terrain is probably still going to be more challenging, but with scaffolding as well, it's really not awful. It surely couldn't be anymore. Whoa! Yeesh! Right, let's go around here. Okay, and then across comes you. Wasn't Season 3 Amplified? Yes, yes it was. That's why I'm referring to how we played it before. Ills Nufkin says Season 7 Amplified confirmed. Not confirmed. I said I would wholeheartedly vote for that, but it hasn't been decided. I mean, we're not even talking about Season 7 because it's nowhere near our future. Right, like we got a world with absolute legs here. Okay, that wasn't very smart. Right, food is what I need. Then I'm probably going to record a clip again. Yeah, let's record a clip. I'll also listen to the old clip as well. Let's grab that. Where's my record? I can't believe this. It's crazy. I've got like my video editing software just sitting here open as well, which is kind of cool. And look at it and see if we like it or not. Let's get a few more blocks in there and see how it goes. I think I might actually rip out the scaffolding on one side so we can kind of have it finished and look at it and see if we like it or not. Okay, yeah, so we're going to rip out the scaffolding as well, which is... No, we're not going to do that this clip because I want to put the carpet on and the scaffolding helps. Oh, okay, right. Hi. Hello. What am I doing? I'm flying. Rockets. Recording video. I'm recording. How did I end that clip again? Let's get a few more blocks in and kind of have it finished and look at it and see if we like it or not. Okay, then the scaffolding isn't coming down straight away, but oh, actually that's looking pretty cool. I went dark because of the cookie in the sky. I really do like this, actually. The black terracotta is a little bit bold, but hey, we'll roll with it for now. I could always go and change it later on, I guess. So down here, we have a window. I believe this is 6 blocks tall, then it's 5 blocks, then it's 6 blocks again. But the bottom is slightly different from where the next floor starts, because these 3 blocks where the black are, if I could get to them, geez, this is always awkward with scaffolding. The floor is in the middle, so that means when we go up here, it's 5, and then it's 6 again. And I'm happy with those breaks. It looks really cool. We've split the windows into thirds. Feels very nice. And now what I'm going to do is put carpet on all of this, and once the carpet's on, we'll be able to rip the scaffolding out, which I'm actually not sure if I want to do yet, because I do want to put one more floor on here. Decisions, right? I do kind of want to see all the scaffolding fall down. Ayo! 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 Okay, let's go drag that. Let's go drag it. Okay, and that's ready to go again in the future. Sweet. Sweet. And we got a noise in here from Sam Fisher, 1 subscribing with Amazon Prime. Sam Fisher, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Good timing there. Avoiding the old not being heard while recording. I like it. Don't ever sing again, says Menno. I'll sing right now if I want to do so. I don't know. Oakley dokley. I need carpets, and I have a shulker box. A shulker box with all these things inside of it. Let's grab them. Make some carpets, yo. Okay, so where do the carpets go? Well, we'll start off with this side over here. They go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to do this probably just going up like this, right? Then it makes going... I've got to retreat back into the scaffolding a little bit. We're not putting anything in at that height, but then when we get here, we kind of want to... Yeah, we want to get out here and cover it all up, basically. Which is fine. Which is fine. Sweet. What are you building, says Ranger Infinite. We're building an igloo. Hey, Asuma, how is your day going so far, says Zeet Drocco. It's going really good. I was looking forward to this stream. I was looking forward to my run. Looking forward to food. Oh yeah, I had some amazing breakfast. Right, so I was at a Holland and Barrett yesterday, which is like a health food store. Bit pricey. Anyway, they have these like in the sort of porridgey oats area. They had these little cups of breakfast oats, and it's porridge oats with 3 other types of oats that I'd not heard of, and I don't know if they're, you know, especially healthy or anything, but it's always a good idea with diet to get a diversity of ingredients going. So whenever there's something you haven't eaten before, usually a pretty good idea to have something, because most... Okay, let's try again. Because most foods tend to have, like, because we, you know, research, we analyze, we figure out what's inside of foods. Most foods tend to have, like, something that they're good for, right? Like, oh, you know, this fruit's got this type of thing in it, that one's got this in, and the best way to get the most out of that is to have a nice diverse palette of food available to you. So I was interested in trying this because it's porridge oats, which I normally eat, and then other types of wheat and oats as well that I hadn't heard of. If they're actually healthy or not, I'll do the research, because I really liked it. Anyway, I was looking at the pot, and it was 83 calories for 70 grams. Now, compared to porridge oats, which I normally have, 70 grams would be closer to 300, so it's about the third of the calories. There's no flavouring in it, which I think contributes to that. And all in all, like, that's really great for a breakfast, to have 70 grams of oats under 100 calories. You make it with water as well, so you don't get added calories from the milk. You know, obviously milk though has got things in it you want to eat for your diet. But I mixed 2 of them because I had 2 pots, right? I put 2 of them together, and I had a massive 140 gram breakfast, and it was super filling. It was so good, and it was like what 160 grams of sorry, 160 calories in total. That was awesome. Anyway, I put a little bit of honey in it because the flavour was quite bitter. I was thinking maybe of mixing it with my protein powder as well, because I usually have like a protein shake with each of my meals, or 1 or 2 of them. And if I mix those together, it'd be a nice way to flavour it and then not have an additional flavouring alongside it, right? If that makes sense. Honestly, if you eat portions with moderation, your diverse diet will be just fine. Portion size is different from diversity, though, right? Like when I talk about diversity, I mean, you know, we all know to eat fruit, but don't eat the same fruit over and over again. Get some variety in there. Apparently, kiwis are really good, and I've always liked kiwis, so I'm gonna start eating those. Berries plus porridge, says Samusta. That sounds lovely, actually, because I really like blueberries and raspberries. Oh my goodness me, raspberries and porridge. Oof. Oh geez, you're getting excited about food again now. Oh, that sounds lovely. I put salt in my porridge, so much better than sweet, says Mickey's going. That sounds interesting. Salted porridge. I'd give that a try. I like savoury flavours as well. Yeah, there might be all kinds of things you could possibly put in there to give it a bit of flavour. Spiders can spawn between the black. Yes, best number, you're probably right. They probably could sneak in there, couldn't they? Although, don't they need a 3x3 area with blocks underneath it, or can they spawn in? I don't know. Spider spawning can be a little bit funky. I know that. Oh, I think we've actually done all of that up to there. Well, that was pretty. Have I really done all of that? Surely not. I've got a noise in the ear from Worm. I'm going to call you Worm with a Y. Worm DL has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for subscribing, Worm. I appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, look, we missed an entire bit here. So let's get on top of that, right? Definitely savoury, says Cubez. Yeah, salt would be savoury, wouldn't it? Is Iskal left? Let's see if Mumbo can sleep. That'd save us a trick. Wait, did we do? I'm pretty sure I did the one there. Okay, I don't think Mumbo's going to sleep. I'll do it. Is Mumbo in better spirits now after his channel trouble, says Cracker. Yeah, I'm sure he's better than when it first happened, but I'm sure he'll still be annoyed about it. I was talking to FC Dad about it yesterday, because he makes music and he understands the licensing and the legitimacy of making music and distributing it, as I also have a vague understanding of from my time when I was trying to set up a record label. You see, the problem is we really don't like how YouTube, how its system works. It seems really mean that all of a sudden Mumbo has his revenue taken away. But you can look at it from a different perspective, that if you had full knowledge of everything happening everywhere, he was technically always infringing on this copyright claim that he's now getting. The thing is that, so Mumbo, from what I understand, Mumbo got cleared to use someone else's song, but when someone gives you permission, doesn't mean they knew what they were doing. Doesn't mean that their music is legit and that it doesn't have copyright issues of its own. But apparently ProLetter cleared it as well. So this goes into the really fickle and weird to get your head around side of how music licensing works, right? So there's stuff called royalty-free samples, okay? If you use a royalty-free sample, you can still have to pay royalties for it. There's all these different elements like distribution, what you're using it for, that change who gets paid for music. There's all this system built for like if your song gets played on a radio, you'll get a commission for it. There's a whole like system built for this stuff. So Martin says, is X interacting with us or just recording and not saying anything to us? Wasn't I just replying to a message in chat about Mumbo's situation? Anyway, so let's say you have a royalty-free sample and you use it to you know, make a song and you give the song away, then that's, you know, applicable. But then if someone takes that song and uses it in a commercial setting, then it's no longer royalty-free because they're using it for commercial use. So it gets really ficky with like who distributes it, what license they distribute it under, did they pay for permission to use it, how's it being used, is it being used commercially? It's such a headache of red tape and rules and regulations, and it's so easy to trip up over as well. So I was saying that FC Dad, like, he makes his own music, he knows how to license it, and he gives it away for free. But he licenses it to give it away for free, right? And because he knows what he's doing, this isn't a problem. But you might make free music that you give away for free and think it's okay. If you then go and use it in a commercial setting, that might be incorrect. Like, you might be infringing on someone else's copyright at that point. It's so crazy. Like, Haley Bailey says, better off making your own. Well, no, because what software do you use to make it? What samples? What this and that? And then what happens when you give it away to someone who uses it commercially, right? It's just one of these things where on YouTube we're living in a kind of like deplatformed environment where the establishment used to have a grip on all of this stuff, right? Like if you wanted to get out there and make music and you know, put out records, you all did it through a system. You had to have lawyers, you had to have record companies, you had to all of this stuff. But now we exist in a kind of place where everyone can download Fruity Loops or Pro Tools, sample records they've grabbed off the internet, and then say that they're a music producer and just give that beat to someone else. And it just makes it all really foggy. And because there's so much going on the internet, it's so difficult for the authorities of that to actually, I guess, get their head around it, get it under wraps, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's all crazy. Voldorus says, aye, FCD made my theme for me. He does darn good music. Yeah, and FCD knows how to license it by what I was speaking to him about it, so you should be alright with him. Even sitting down at a piano and punching your own song doesn't mean it will sound like some random licensed sample. Well, that's another thing. You can play notes on an instrument, and if they have enough likeness to another one, that can be a form of infringement, which is like absurd. You got to realize Mumbo's situation is that he has a sample in his videos that he is not cleared to use. The person who made the song is cleared to use them, but that person, by giving Mumbo the rights to use his song, that's where it goes wrong, because I think they technically don't have the rights to do that or something. Let's see how much ice we got here. Oh, not a lot, have we? I'm thinking we've probably got enough. Let's go and put some more ice up the top and try and build the other side. I'd like to get the other side over there done before I start recording again. That's all of our ice as well. That's perfect then. And also, what about food? Let's grab another one of these. Okay, so up to the top we go to place more ice, which was the very first thing we did this stream. It all seems very convoluted. Well, it's just the way legality is sometimes with things. There's all these considerations and they stack up, and this is why you have lawyers with this kind of stuff. But hey, we exist here in this little YouTube environment, kind of not realizing that when push comes to shove, that's still the case. All those rules still apply. As for YouTube's system, it's unfortunately just, it just feels really like mean the way it gets implemented, right? Like, you know, you watch some YouTuber and then one day it's like, hey, my livelihood is on the line. It's crazy, but maybe that's how it works IRL as well. You just, you know, let's say we go back to the 90s and some record labels put out a record and they didn't clear the rights to a sample they used, and then they get hit with a lawsuit. Now, that in today's context, imagine that that record label is a YouTuber, and that you know them, you like them, because we have these like close and sort of personalized relationships with social media. You wouldn't have had that with a record label. You wouldn't have been like thinking, oh, my poor darling record label, you know, getting hit with a lawsuit. Like it just doesn't translate the same way, right? But it's the same system, it's the same thing, and when it happens with this kind of like a person as the front, a person that you know, it provokes all of the emotional responses of like, ah, this dastardly system is attacking this person I like, right? Look at Under Pressure by Queen, a Nice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. Yeah, I'm old, says Herbs. Yeah, but they cleared that sample, you know, they got permission to use it. And, you know, if we knew what we were doing here on this platform on YouTube, like, we'd have to go through those same loops and checks, but that's not what YouTubers do, you know, we're all, like, amateur content makers in a new and emerging system. It's actually, in a weird way, it might be comparable to, like, a common thing that people have noticed with emerging technologies, is that they start off by infringing existing rights and then eventually they do a U-turn. So something like Uber, for example, infringes on the laws of how taxi driving works, right? But they kind of go, oh, but we're not a taxi service, we're Uber. And they then get away with breaking those rules on how the taxi system works, right? And then later on, once they're bigger, they kind of like comply along with them. You could, in a weird way, kind of say that's what's happening with us here on YouTube, that we're kind of like breaking the law. Like, you know, a lot of what happens here on YouTube is built out of a weird grey area of fair use, where people don't really know if what we're doing or not is legal. When the gaming thing began, people playing games, I mean, like, the gaming industry used to stop people from doing it on YouTube, right? Minecraft came along and really changed that, because Notch went, do what you want, and then Minecraft blew up, and then people were like, oh, wait, having people play these games exposes them and drives sales, and it adds like a new component to the game. And then over time, it really got embraced. Asuma confirms YouTubers are felons, not clickbait. No, I'm not saying they're felons. Oh, this is just the fuzziness of copyright law and the amateurish nature of what we're doing here. Like, I don't have a lawyer, but in many other... Oh, okay, I run out of ice. In many other circumstances where someone is running a business like I am, they probably would have lawyers and whatnot. It's just, this is the new age right here, right? This is the new thing. So we have to go get more ice again. Yeesh. Yeesh, more ice, you say? More ice. Just poking fun at your words, says Tearlatch. I probably use all sorts of silly words, right? Anyway, peeps, this is where we're going to be wrapping up today's Legally live stream. I do hope you have enjoyed it ever so much. There'll be a video coming out on the second channel for you today that I reckon most of you watching will really enjoy it. And before you go anywhere, be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channels. There's 2 of them. The second one's got this cool video. It's a data pack that I think many players would like to use, so be sure to look out for that. We're going to go do a Riggedy raid, so stick around if you'd like to be a part of it. I will pick out a small Minecraft channel. Let's check if there's anyone I know streaming. There are actually. Let's go raid Trooper Joe. It's been a while. I think we'll go raid Trooper Joe. He's got an amazing world he's been playing in for 7 years, so if you want to see some really cool building, then check out Trooper Joe. We're starting the raid, so you can click the button right now and join in. Anyway, that's it from me, peeps. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.